go through the customs. I mean, even with 5 bottles of liqueur when I went from Italy, but I was honest. I was honest. You know, with those people, you don't play games. You know, as long as you're honest and they understand the reason, it is, you know, I mean, they understand. As long now,
lots of oak barrels here in Madonna
But anyway,
Winery in
we
Napa
do
Valley.
pick our
Actually,
grapes
this is in
in
Carneros
September.
and Napa.
Usually is the middle of September. You know, but all depends sometimes.
These are the aged French oak barrels which are discarded after 6 years
It's hard work.
of curing wine.
You know, and we work fast. So we want to combine enjoyment, having a good time with hard work. What we do, we turn a big screen TV on and we put on I Love Lucy. Well, actually, you don't have to worry. We don't use our feet. We do have machines. And as you very well know, the way I talk, with the accent, and with my hands, I was born and raised in Italy maybe a couple of years ago, and I was close to my paternal grandfather, and you know, we did make a lot of wines, and even at that time, as I said, it was a couple of years ago, we did not use our feet. We did not use our feet. You know, my grandfather, he did have a little machine, the manual, and now it's the same concept, but we do have motors, you know, that we can crush a lot of grapes. Okay, when we crush the grapes, what we get from it, the juice that we get from it, we call it must, M-U-S-T. We cannot call it wine yet because it has to go through the fermentation. When we make the semi-sweet wine, the Gewürztraminer, Riesling, and the sweet wine, Muscat Canali, and those wines that we were in the vineyard, it's Muscat Canali. We put all the juice, all the must, in those big tanks. We have big tanks in the back, and we let it ferment up to 45.
There's the big tanks at the back.
Then we stop the fermentation.
They're like
I don't know how much you know about the fermentation because once it starts, it's pretty hard to stop it. And how do we do that? Those big tanks are temperature controlled. We put them 45, 50 degrees, and then it stops. I mean, it gets to be cold. And we can tell from the outside of the tank is sweating. So hot and cold makes it sweat. So stops the fermentation. And this is why we call it semi-sweet wine, because we want to make sure that the wine has some residual sugar in it. Now, when we make the Burgundy wines, and then it's Chardonnay and the Pinot Noir, or maybe the Bordeaux wines, like Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, the Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon, Dolcetto, we let it ferment all the way. Usually it takes from 7 to 11 days for the fermentation. That stops itself. And the temperature gets as high as 75, 80 degrees. Now, at this time, when we go to the fermentation, we can call it wine. Now we are entering another stage of the wine making, and that is the aging process. Number one, we do use 100% French oak barrels. And why the French oak? Well, because it does have a sweet, elegant, noble vanilla taste. The American oak, it's a little bit on the harsh side. So we choose the French oak barrels. You know, but you're going to be tasting, when we go inside, all our wines, with the exception of the semi-sweet wine, have been fermented in French oak barrels. You're going to be tasting that oakiness. But the major difference, the way we see it, about the two barrels, you know, the French and the American, is price-wise. Now, the French oak barrel costs us, per barrel costs us around $1,500. The American is $230, $250. Probably you're going to be saying, why so much difference? Well, it's just like if you live in the United States of America, or maybe somewhere, it's the gasoline, supply and demand. And as we very well know, that most of the states in the United States of America make wine, and also overseas, or maybe outside the United States of America, a lot of countries make wines now. It's just like South America, South Africa, Chile, Australia, and all these countries. So the supply supposedly gets shorter, and the demand is higher, so the price goes up. Now, do you have any questions?